Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Yonhap News Agency, the Korea Exchange, KRX, activated a sell-side sidecar trading curb for the benchmark Korea Composite Stock Price Index, Composite Stock Price Index, KOSPI, on the morning of July 2, 2026. This emergency regulatory measure was triggered by a sharp decline in the stock market, as South Korean shares opened significantly lower following heavy tech losses on Wall Street and lingering caution regarding the U.S. Federal Reserve's monetary policy. The sidecar temporarily suspends program trading, sell orders for 5 minutes to prevent panic selling and mitigate high market volatility. This mechanism is automatically initiated when KOSPI 200 futures decline by 5% or more from the previous close and remain at that level for at least 1 minute. According to a report by Thai Sounds, Apple Inc. is lobbying the U.S. government to allow the purchase of memory chips from 2 Chinese semiconductor manufacturers, Changxin Memory Technologies, CXMT, and Yangtze Memory Technologies Corp., YMTC. Both companies are currently on the Pentagon's 1-260H list of entities designated as Chinese military companies. Apple's CEO Tim Cook has reportedly lobbied Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent directly to ease political backlash. Apple argues that the Chinese-made chips would only be used in iPhones sold within China, aiming to mitigate global memory shortages that recently forced price hikes. However, the proposal has sparked strong criticism from U.S. national security hawks. House Foreign Affairs Committee member Brian Mast and other lawmakers have publicly opposed the plan, warning that allowing Apple to deal with these blacklisted firms would undermine the Trump administration's efforts to secure the supply chain and win the AI race. Although buying from these firms does not officially require U.S. approval, it risks substantial political fallout. According to Gigi Press, the Qatari Foreign Ministry announced on July 1st that the United States and Iran have agreed to continue their indirect talks aimed at ending hostilities. The negotiations, which took place in the Qatari capital of Doha, were mediated by Qatar and Pakistan over a 2-day period. The Qatari government released a statement emphasizing that positive progress was made during the discussions. The next round of talks is scheduled to take place as early as possible, following the conclusion of state funeral events in Iran for former Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, which are set to begin on July 4th and run into the following week. While the exact details of the progress have not been officially disclosed, sources reported that the discussions focused on crucial issues, including maritime transit through the Strait of Hormuz, a vital global artery for oil shipments, and financial incentives for Iran, such as the freezing of assets. According to a report by Linhei Zhaobao, Venezuela is entering its 7th day of disaster relief following 2 powerful earthquakes of magnitude 7 or higher on June 24th. The death toll has tragically risen to 2,295, with 11,267 people injured, while the United Nations estimates that up to 50,000 people remain missing. In response to the mounting casualties, Venezuelan acting President Delcy Rodriguez announced 7 days of national mourning. Hopes of finding more survivors are rapidly fading. In the worst-hit state of La Guaira, search and rescue teams have marked many collapsed buildings with the letter D for deceased, indicating that these areas have been cleared with no signs of life. The last miracle occurred on Tuesday when a 3-year-old boy was rescued after being trapped for 6 days. No other survivors have been found since. Currently, more than 26,000 military, police, and fire personnel, alongside 17,000 volunteers, are working on search and settlement efforts. They are supported by over 4,000 international rescue workers, 153 search dogs, and 49 support vehicles assisting in the disaster zones. According to the Liberty Times, celebrations in Mexico City turned tragic after Mexico's national football team defeated Ecuador to advance to the World Cup round of 16, marking their first knockout stage victory in 40 years. An estimated 1 million fans flooded the capital's Paseo de la Reforma, but the festive gathering quickly descended into a chaotic crowd crush, leaving 4 people dead. The Mexico City Health Department reported that 3 of the victims, a 19-year-old woman, a 44-year-old man, and a 48-year-old woman, died of asphyxiation after losing consciousness at the scene. The 4th victim, a man in his 30s, passed away from cardiac arrest after suffering a severe seizure and gastrointestinal bleeding. Local media reported that celebratory fireworks triggered panic, causing a stampede. Viral social media footage showed tightly packed crowds swaying precariously and physical altercations breaking out. In response, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum announced that the Attorney General's office would launch an investigation into the incident. Authorities are also evaluating safety protocols before Sunday's high-stakes match against England, with Sheinbaum emphasizing that fans must celebrate responsibly. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.